struggling with prop firms? Let's go.
There's a clear reason why I say ICT is way too complicated and why you should try this instead. The break and retest is by far the most simple system out there, and I've just made it more simple by my custom indicator. Now watch what I'm about to show you, right? It's going to literally blow your mind. I know this is not just any of the regular indicator. I've always personally been against indicators. I'm a strong believer of price action, naked price action, but this indicator is an absolute game changer. Now watch this, right? We're going to be using the DAX 40 as the example. Now, obviously me and my other students, we just trade a lot of trading instruments, but we're just going to be using this one. It works perfectly with other specific trading instruments. But let me just show you, right? This is last week, right? So obviously it's a Sunday today, but this is from just last week. This indicator, it removes consolidation, and I just want you to focus on the 1 hour. Obviously here right now it says 1 out of 10. So whenever it says 0 out of 10 or 1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10, we are going to totally ignore the chart, and we are not going to place any trades. So I'm going to start from a Monday, and you can see it says 2 out of 10, which means I'm not going to trade. So also I'm just going to quickly mark out my zones. I'll just put these rectangles around the key levels. Obviously we trade key levels. I like to focus on single price points from the right side, obviously here, and just gonna quickly plot these down so there's no confusion. But basically these lines that you're looking at, they're basically zones, right? To simplify it. So I'm gonna hit play, and obviously we're on the 1 hour time frame, and it's 2 out of 10, which means I'm not looking for any trades. Now look how simple this is, right? I mark out my zones, I hit the play. Until I do not see 3 out of 10 or 4 out of 10, I do not take any positions. What this? Did you see that? Did you see that 3 out of 10? So let's put this in a little bit of a playback. So it's 4 out of 10 over here. So at this area now, I'm looking for setups. So what we'll do, we'll zoom in. Now you might be thinking, why am I looking for sell positions? Well, these EMAs are red. So red tells me, I'm looking for sells. Now you might think, well, these other colors they're just sessions, right? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to remove and this is a custom indicator, right? Obviously this is it's a custom indicator. So I know I'm looking for a sell, and I'm going to hit that play, and obviously we get the first 2 trades are losses, right? Because if you're in the in the mentorship, then you'll know obviously how to take our entries. So we lose both trades. That is totally fine. It's going to happen. It's the name of the game. So I continue to hit play. Did you see that? We saw a number 3. Now this is the beautiful thing, because I can prove it now. Look at this. Once this candle closed on the 1 hour, it's a 3 out of 10. So now I'm going to start looking for a entry, right? So if I just go on the 30-minute, for example, hit that play again, and look, price. This is why we draw key levels in the mentorship. Price perfectly comes to this needed of this key level over here. Super close. Now obviously you can go to a much small time frame and start breaking it down even further, and you can see multiple wick rejections, and price absolutely just melts, right? So we'll go back on the bigger time frame and look at the risk reward that we can get. Hit that play. Super close, but look, a nice 1 to 7. Now if some of you are thinking like, oh, it was super close and things like that, just make your stop loss bigger. Then we'll do whatever's comfortable for you, right? Look at this. Even if I make it quite a decent size of stop loss, it's still a 1 to 5 is a very healthy stop risk to reward. Now watch this. Now we're at this point, and look at this. Did you see that? 5 out of 10, and 5 out of 10 is super rare, because this is 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10. That's obviously our entry criteria to start looking for entries. But if you look at this over here, this is a 3 out of 10. Price breaks through that zone, that key level, however you look at it, as you can see, and then price just melts off. And you can see over here, if I just go back on the 1 hour, how crazy is this? Look at this. this is telling me now how much volume, right? Look at this, 5 out of 10. This is a, we can set off like an A plus now. This is very, very powerful. Super simple. But do you understand why I say it's so simple compared to the ICT strategy? That is so complicated. All I'm doing, look at this, my EMAs are red. I know I'm looking for bearish sells. I'm marked on my zones. Obviously, marking zones is my biggest strength. That's what I show to my students. And I've already got a 1 to 5 over here. Remember, I can make my stop loss a little bit bigger. Let's do it. 1 to 6. 1 to pretty much almost 1 to 6. Call it 1 to 5. Call this one 1 to 5 and call this one 1 to 5 as well. You know. So we've got 15 RR, 2 losses. I'm already up 13 RR. This is why in my Discord community you'll see me posting, you know, there's a reason why I pass prop firm challenges super quick. My students, you know, I mean this particular student over here passed it for the first time, and obviously I will, you know, future fund results will be posted in the elite mentorship, which is obviously down here. If I'm gonna get, I know I'm gonna start getting messages, which I normally do. I'm super selective on who I work with, and I'm only taking like 5, you know, new traders per 2 months. So I'm super selective again. So anyway, if anyone is interested, you know, just message me in the Discord community by joining. Link will be in the video description. But yeah, I mean, you can see, right? Super, and now remember, look at this. It's a 5 out of 10, and obviously hit that 1 to 5. I'm gonna hit that play again. Look at this. Ooh, just one moment. Let's put this down here. So it's still a 3 out of 10, right? So obviously this trade finished. So I'm not going to take a look for a new position because it's a bull candle. I'm not interested. So we get a 4. Ooh, let's do somewhere here. I've just added a key level. Let's go on a smaller time. I can already tell this is going to be a losing position, or you can even call it a break-even position. But let's just call them losses to simplify, right? You always want to give the market the benefit of the doubt. So far we're about 4 losses, and we're about, I mean, about 20 RR or 24 RR in. So, and look at this. If you were looking for buy positions over here, the EMA tells you no, only sells. You know, so far it's a 1 out of 10. I shouldn't be looking for no buy positions, right? I shouldn't be looking for sell positions yet. Even though the EMAs are red, some of my yen OKs reached a certain the peak height, you know, I start selling from here. No, until you do not get the entry criteria, the, you know, all everything, until it's not aligned, we are not interested. Look, still 1 out of 10, 0 out of 10, 2 out of 10. I think at one point it said 3 out of 10. That's why we marked a loss, and then, you know, just let it keep on going. We got the 3 out of 10, and this time obviously, even if I'm just to make my stop loss bigger, just to do the other ones, and it's still a healthy 1 to 6 RR. This was a Monday, guys, a Monday. 2 losses. Let me just zoom in just so that is it 2 losses, or was there another winner hiding in here? Because it looks like there might be. No, okay, it's 2 losses, 1 winner, so it's 2-1. Now it's 2-all, 2 wins, 2 losses. Sorry, 2 losses, 2 wins. 3-2, 4-2, and then obviously 4-3. So now check this out. So you got 4 losses, and we have 3 winners. But these are like, you know, obviously look at this. Now this is the beautiful thing of trading. You know, obviously these, the bigger the number out of 10, the better. But you can see if you was to hold the position, a 1 out of 15. Like, look at this, a 1 out of 19. Obviously this is, you know, market closed here, but still this is okay. This is a 1 out of 6. But you can see, right? You can see the absolute potential. This is just, I'm just using an example of Dow Jones. I mean, I can click on any. I think I was back testing another, well, no, but I wouldn't call it back testing, just vigorously. I mean, for example, right, GJ, look at this, you know, a 1 to 9. This one a 1 to 9, right? If I just go back on the playback, replay, and some might say, oh, you know, you're a back testing king and all that. You guys, you can check out all my live trades, you know, that I post. You know, I've been recently busy, I get super busy. But I mean, obviously this will be posted in the, you know, obviously the VIP from now on. This is, you get posted all in the, but you can see, bro, you know, this is, you can't fake all this. I used to, you know, send in the public, you know, screenshots of, you know, from the broker itself. So I mean, and this goes on and on and on and on and on, right? It's like it's pretty much like 2 years. I mean, you can see all this, right? And you can't be fake. These are actual pip numbers, right? You can't fake these. It's showing from magic keys. Keep on scrolling, keep on scrolling, keep on going, keep on going. It's all there, right? So if I just go and put this on. Now the beautiful thing about this is, right, just put this on here and look at this, 3 out of 10, right? That's what we're interested in. This is the magic number we're interested in. 3, 4, 5 is like an A++, right? As you saw earlier. But 3 and 4 out of 10, ignore these for now. Obviously ignore these, right? Hit that play button. And now you might be thinking, well, this was a little bit of an early entry. Sometimes that's going to happen. Sometimes that's going to happen, right? If I go on a much small time frame, because there's going to be so much selling pressure, sellers are not going to give the buyers a chance to come back and retest the key level. Sometimes that's going to happen. In them kind of situations, it doesn't matter if you've got your indication that, you know, price wants to push further down, and you can clearly see, like, obviously I'm on a small time frame, but on the 1 hour time frame we're showing 3 out of 10. Just you know, sometimes if you see a bearish candle just form, or some kind of a rejection form, just take the entry. Very, very simple. So I'll show you. Let's go on a much small time frame and let's see. Look at this. That's a bearish engulfing, a very 3-pin variation pattern, right? This bearish candle has closed below the body of this. It would have been even stronger if it closed below the wick low, but still it's a strong candle. Now if I even dissect this even further, right, look at this. I could have done it like this, right? Price breaks through this little mini zone. Oh, just one moment. Breaks through, comes back up, and look at that, forms a rejection. So you could even enter like this. Why? Because look at this, a little resistance here. Price breaks above, breaks back through again. Now price under this area is for sellers. Sellers are in full control. You get your bullish weak rejection candle, almost like a doji, and then, you know, you could take your entry after that, and you could still, you know, how I would take in this particular trade, stop loss, you know, above the zone, not above the wick. You own it above the wick and the zone. And as you can see from here, and you can still get a decent size. I mean, okay, decent size, almost a 1-to-11, which is insane. Yeah, 1-to-11 risk to reward. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. There are plenty of opportunities out there. I'm not saying you have to trade with this system. I'm not saying that, you know. But for me, you know, I'm not the smartest guy you'll ever meet, but if it works for me, it can work for anyone. By far, you know, I think it's the most simplest strategy out there in the world, because I mean, now it's just got more simple, especially for my students. This will be, you know, my students will have full access to this indicator, and like, you'll know exactly. There's no guessing. There's no, oh, shall I take this trade in the, like, you know, look at this, choppy markets, consolidation, and things like this. And look at this. This might be a free, that huge bullish candle might be a 3 out of 10, will it? Let's see, should be. No? Okay, perfect. It's not. Okay, so it's reading it perfectly well. So there's no opportunity there. And let's see. Oh, I'm guessing that was a 3 out of 10. Yeah, yes, it was a 3 out of 10. But any of my students watching this, there is no opportunity, because if I have to delete this. Now this is obviously from the, you know, key level drawn from here. But look, there's no opportunity. There's no reason for me to take an entry. There is no reason. Let's see, just to confirm. Yeah, there's no reason for me to take an entry, so we avoid that. Let's keep on going forward. 0 1 0 1 0. Yeah, see, look at all that. Look at all that. That's avoided. Look at all that's avoided. Look at that one. It's just staying one. I would rather wait it out than to just spend money on blood, because it'll just add to frustration. It will just add to your frustration. Did I just see a 3 out of 10 just to confirm? 1 out of 10. Let's see, 2 out of 10. Yeah, it's all right. See? Oh, okay. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. The moment it turns 3 out of 10, which is around this area, just to double check. Look at this. What do you see the difference? Look how choppy and huge wicks these candles are, and look how filled these candles are. But look, there's no second. It's not like, oh, should I take this? There's no confusion. Or should I take this or not? Should I? No. Until I do not see the 3 out of 10, I am not interested. Simple. And look at it. You know what I mean? Okay, there's no zone to mark for me, but look at the accuracy though. Right? Obviously, it took a long time creating this. For this, okay, let's see. 4 out of 10. Okay, I'm liking this where this is going. Why? Okay, perfect. Because now there is my zone drawn. If I go on the 30-minute, just on a smaller time frame than the 1 hour. If you're my student, you'll know exactly there is an entry over here. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, because the GJ is like 10 pips stop loss that we use, 9-10 pips. Easy. So just call it pretty much a 1 to 5 out of 10. Or it's almost a 1 to 6. Yeah, it's almost a, well, it is a 1 to 6. And even if you, let's just say, I mean, even if we had like a 1 to 15, that's an insane stop loss size for us. 11 pip stop loss, like a 1 to 4, 1 to 5. That's phase 2 done. And the beautiful thing is, look at this. You avoided all that consolidation. You avoided all that consolidation, like all these traps here. You avoided all these traps. And when the right time came, you took a 1 to 5 and passed phase 2. Now you might think, oh, all this time I didn't trade. Well, let's just hit the session indicator. And what I'll do is, okay, so we avoided all these. Let's say we traded on a Wednesday, we avoided Tuesday, Monday. But remember, we have other trading instruments. I'm sure you'll have plenty of opportunities to take entries, but why take the bad setups? Why take, especially remember, if you're trading on a 100k account or a 200k account, I would only want to take high probability setups. And look at this. This, like, if you're risking 1%, that's 5 grand. You just made 5 grand. Filtering all, I mean, it's crazy. I hope you found value from this. Hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like for this indicator, because it took a long time to prepare, make this. And hope you found value from this. Take care. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share. I'm out.